Hey, so I got my soldering gun. I got some zip ties. My radiator cracked right about there, right about here. It cracked up in here, so I'm gonna see if I can use this old school trick to solder it back together. And hopefully it can get me through maybe 2 weeks, 3. I can buy another radiator. I'm gonna have to take this fan straight off and all the other good stuff. So I'm gonna see if I can. It's heating up now. Yeah, it's about ready. So basically, I'm just gonna try to plastic weld. It's only. I did see it running down. Yeah, I gotta see how far down there it is. How far it's in now. Well, I just soldered this little crack. It was cracked. It was cracked here and a little bit down. So I hope I got it good enough. I didn't see it cracking nowhere else. But the old school trick is the plastic zip tie. I'm checking to see if it's cracked along there. But I only seen it shooting out here on this edge. I only seen it shooting out here on this edge. So I guess I'm gonna start up and see. Let's see what it do. It's not going in now, so that thing's still smoking. I think I'm gonna try to lay a little bit more on that side, but it was really this little corner, just a little corner there. Like I said, I'm only gonna try to see if this gonna work for a week or two, about 2.5 weeks maybe. And then I guess I'll go get a thing of cooling and put in here. All right, it seemed to be holding. Ain't no cracks in it. Ain't nothing coming out of it. I might have to go put some more antifreeze in here. But I'm not nowhere near overheating. I don't feel nothing. There you go. I took this off and got a little bit deeper up in the, but down like the second, can't see it, but like if you see that little slide in there, like the second one down, right there in the middle where that second slide is at, it's still leaking from it now, and I can't get to it good. I gotta get to it straight. Well, I can't get to the good, so I might just have to pull the radiator off and do it. But I don't feel like doing it right now. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to disconnect the radiator and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna at least try to do it this way, cause I'm iffy on a junkyard radiator, and I don't want to go get a junkyard radiator, then put it in here and fill it up, and kind of find out something wrong with that downward thing. And I have to pull it back off and go back. I just don't want to do that. I'd rather just buy a brand new one. So, like I said, I think I'm gonna go buy one thing of cooling and put like 3 or 4 gallons of water in here and stuff. I'll be alright going to work in the morning, cause it's not as hot as it is during the day. But I think I'll be alright. See, it's still leaking right up in here, but it's not shooting out like it was. It's down now. It's down there on that second little groove. I'm not leaking a lot. Crap. Oh no, it'll be alright. I'm gonna pull it ready. Okay. I got off of work yesterday. I drove 13 miles on the city streets. And by the time I got home, like I always do, I check to see how much this radiator is bubbling. How much the radiator bubbled from off the side down here where I can't get to. I'm gonna have to pull the radiator out and try to close it up. I plastic welded this part again, and it stopped shooting out here, but it's still bubbling down here, which is not a bad thing. But when I got home yesterday, after I got off of work, I noticed that this hose was too tight, and these hoses were too pressurized. And this hose and these, my thermostat hose, well, my heater core hose, these hoses were just too swollen. It was under too much pressure. So I had opened the cooling cap, and when I opened the cooling cap, coolant started running up out of it, and I only fill it up halfway to where the hole is at, so that if just to refill this thing, but I don't refill it all the way, because I know I'm gonna be losing cooling. Anyway, make a long story short, when I realized that this hose was too tight, too pressurized, and coolant started bubbling out up in the thermostat, because I've been riding 3 days and I haven't had no issue. But when I opened that cap up and started shooting up, I realized that my thermostat is sticking. I knew that it was sticking when that coolant came up like that, and these holes are too pressurized. So I came out today and pulled it out, and it was hard to pull out. I had to pull out with this. When I first put this new one in about 3 years ago, it came out by hand. I had to do was just grab it by here and pull it up, and it came out by hand. But this one was stuck, and then the ring is deteriorated. So what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna put the thermostat back in there, and I'm just gonna ride it like this, and I'm just gonna put some more coolant in the reserve tank, because it's still cooling in the radiator and cooling in the whole system, and I'm not losing a lot of cooling. So anyway, when I do that, I'm gonna ride like this until maybe somewhere next week. where I can put a new thermostat back in there. I can put a new thermostat back in there, and I'm going to debate if I want to pull this radiator out and drain it and look at that cooling and see how that cooling look. And then I want to put some I want to see if I can plaster weld that in. I might have to take it in the house to do that. But yeah, I'm glad I caught it before I even blew a hose, before I even blew one of these hoses, or I blew a head gasket. So I'm glad I caught it. So yeah, that's the issue for today. Like I said, my truck didn't run hot none during them 3 days I was running. It didn't run hot not one time. Like I said, with the crack being up so high, it's not really affecting with just a little bit bubbling out, like steaming out pretty much. So yeah, I'm gonna put this cap back on there, and then I'm gonna look at. I got 4 bolts for this to take the radiator out. There's 2 on this side, and there's 2 on the other side, and then I had to take this I had to see about taking this lower hose off. I don't know if I want to do it from there, which look, it'd be a pain in the you know what to get it back on there and get that clamp on the right, or if I want to see how I could take it off from the bottom right here. I really don't want to mess with it, to tell you the truth. But yeah, we'll see. All right, I'm here on this O2 Expedition, my truck. My radiator decided to motherfucking release itself. It cracked. I took the thermostat out, put water back in it, and then it started spilling out water more. So that radiator is done. My little fix I did on this side, I plaster welded this area and a little bit down, but I think it's cracked all the way down more. Yesterday when I got off of work, the hose was on a lot of pressure when I was just checking on it. And then when I opened the radiator cap, cooling bubbled up and everything, so it let me know that the thermostat was bad. So I took the thermostat out earlier, and then I put more cooling back in and let it run for a little bit, and then cooling started leaking out more. So it's not fixed. It's probably spread on down. So I gotta take the radiator out, and I'm hoping I could just take these 2 bolts out. This top one, I think is one more down there. I'm gonna see if I can take that one out, but I'm quite sure it might be 2 more at the bottom that I might not be able to reach from the bottom. But I got this screw here. It came out this top side. Then the other screw that came out here is here. So I'm gonna see if I can pull this radiator out without having to take this fan strut out, because I don't have a tool for that. So I'm gonna check around. I'm gonna get up under and see if I can reach the bottom screw, if it is the bottom screw up under there, because I don't got a tool to take this fan strut out, and I'd rather not deal with that fan strut, taking that fan off the clutch. So this is just my video. My screw for there, from here, screw from there is on that side. I'm leaving this like this. Radiator ready to come off. I already broke the hose loose. It was tough to get it loose, so the bottom radiator thing is loose. So I'm gonna see right now what to do, if I can separate the 2 without having to take the fan off, which it seems like I'm not able to, because there is a screw at the bottom. All right, so I'm in stage 2 of removing this radiator fan. Now, I know they say you're supposed to remove the clutch, remove the fan off this clutch or whatever, but I'm not gonna do that. And I know it's 2 more bolts at the bottom of this fan thing. of the fan shroud. So I'm gonna get up under there and see if I just can remove the fan shroud without disconnecting the radiator. I already took out the top bolt here and the other bolt there. I already took them bolts out. See, I already took the top two bolts out. It's two more at the bottom that need to be taken out, and that's all I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna pull this whatchamacallit out of here. I got the cooling lines for the radiator, for the transmission. All right, so I got that loose. Somebody's stuck in there, man. All right, I got it halfway out without removing the fan shroud, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Now, if I had a second person, it might be easier, but all you got to do is just manipulate the cooling hose behind it, and I believe, I don't know if these are the factory cooling hose, bottom cooling hose, this one on this end, because it got that plastic piece on it that say you got to break off. And I really don't want to break it off. I want to see if I can get it to come off and possibly go back on. But if not, I just have to crack that off. And then I'll get another one of these clamps from the junkyard. From the scrapyard junkyard when I go there tomorrow. And I get another one of these clamps, and I'll be able to put it on that end of the radiator. But it's a fight getting in there. And I guess that's why you should remove the remove the fan shroud. So you won't have to fight past these clips and these ends right here. But I was able to push past that, then push the bottom transmission cooling line out the way without doing too much damage. But I'm still fighting because I gotta work that side too, but I can't work it by myself. So I'll see. Oh man, my truck is down. Busted radiator. I tried to fix it, but it's beyond repair. So it cracked here. It cracked right here 3 days ago. I tried to plaster welding it. It held for a little bit, but my thermostat was stuck closed, and I didn't figure that out until it was open and closed, but it stuck closed yesterday when I got off of work, and I was checking it, make sure that my coolant level didn't drop too low. And I seen that my hose were pressurized too much, and then when I took the cap off, the coolant boiled up, so that let me know that my thermostat was stuck closed. And today I took the thermostat out. Put more coolant in it, and then it started gushing out on the side down here. So the radiator completely busted. I can look. You can see all the way at the bottom where that wet spot is. That's the radiator is leaking down there too. So just trying to fix here. It went down there. This radiator is done. I don't know how long this radiator been in this truck, but judging from move this thing out the way. Judging from the black things at the bottom, this one, and you can't see it, but it's one at the bottom of the radiator. This comes from the factory, or whoever repaired this thing in the past probably put the factory things back on there. But most likely they did, because people have a hard time getting it off and getting it past all this stuff. So they go with this style clamp here. This style clamp here. This one's at the bottom inlet of the engine block. So this might be an old radiator. Don't know. Won't be able to look at it until I can pull it off and look at the numbers on there And the serial numbers on this radiator would let me know if this older model or not a remanufactured model, but a model that was put on after years after the first one went out. But it'd be around the same time. These radiators last a long time. Like I said, I just replaced this thermostat 3 years ago. So when that closed up, I guess the pressure had nowhere to go, and it cracked the top of the radiator over there. And the little fix I did help for a few days. But then the thermostat closed again, and it pressurized the top cooling hose in the radiator, and it caused more damage down at the bottom of the radiator there. So, like I said, when I opened this thing up and coolant started gushing up, I knew that the thermostat was closed stuck. So I removed it. I thought I could get a temporary fix out of it, last a couple longer, but I gotta replace this radiator. I gotta buy a tool or rent a tool from AutoZone to take this fan clutch off, and probably go to the junkyard, get me another radiator. But as for now, old Bluefur is down. Bluefur is down. Down temporarily, not a long time. Not a long time. Just shortly. But I'm finna wrap this up. Ain't nothing much I can do tonight. I gotta get that tool. I try to do it the lazy man way. Moving the fan shroud off, backing it off, and then sliding the radiator out. But ain't no way around that you're gonna do it. Maybe if I get somebody else out here with me, I might can pull it up and move this fan shroud back good enough, and I just could pull it out, and then I could drop the new one in without having to take the fan clutch off. But if not, I'll be at AutoZone renting a tool, take the fan clutch off, take this out, go to the junkyard, pull the radiator, and I'm gonna need the fan clutch to take one off the radiator, unless somebody removed it already. Then I wouldn't want that radiator. Life of a Ford, my guy. Life of a Ford guy. Oh well. It may be down, but I wiped it down. The radiator gone now. I'm gonna replace it tomorrow, or at least attempt to. But I wanted to wipe it down for the last couple of days, but I've just been too tired to do so. But because I ain't been up under the hood and touching all on it, and a whole bunch of grease spots on it, so I decided to wipe it down. So yeah, it may be broke down right now, temporarily, but I'll be having this motherfucker back running tomorrow, and it's gonna sit here clean. Well, go to moment of truth. Put a junkyard radiator in here. Put a junkyard motor in here. I just got finished. Everything seemed to be good, going good. No leaks. Clutch staying on, but fan clutch is staying on. I gotta put some more cooling in. Probably gonna add some more water. I'm add a little bit more coolant water to it.